At this point, we're going to start looking at the business case. Let's do a little business case recap. How much can you remember? So, what is the purpose of the business case practice? Define each of the key concepts, such as output, outcome, benefit, and disbenefit. First, you should answer this question and then look through what the potential answer could be. By now, you're very familiar with this diagram. Remember that output is the deliverable that you're going to generate from the project. Capabilities is the new abilities that that deliverable will lend you. Outcome is the change that results from using that output. And we measure that change using benefits. We also consider these benefits, which are the things that are certain and negative and as a direct result of the output. So you can think of it as your disadvantages. And of course, we hope that the outcome will contribute to our business objectives. In terms of our business case lifecycle, we know that we begin our business case in startup, where we create our outline business case. All the information from the project mandates can feed into this and much more. Once we have our outline business case, that goes into our project brief. The full business case is further developed when we get to initiating a project process, and this information is then put into the PID. Our business case will be continually updated throughout the course of the project. This is our business case development path. We start with develop business case, and the business case is developed between the starting up a project process and initiating a project process. This is where we develop the outline business case and we complete the full business case. We also need to check the business case within stages as new risks and issues occur to make sure that the business case remains valid. So the second stage of our development is to check the business case. As we reach the end of our stage boundary, we need to maintain our business case. This is where we gather all the information that we've done in that particular stage. We update our cost, we update our timescale, we update everything based on the information we have just collected. We maintain the business case so that the project executive can sign off on it. And of course, the final phase is to confirm benefits. At the end of each stage, we will confirm the benefits of our business case. And of course, these benefits will continue into post-project. In terms of the supporting techniques for the business case, we know when we're creating a business case, there are many things we need to consider. We need to consider the options that we're actually investigating. And we know that there will be at least two options. The main option that was sent to us, as well as the idea of do nothing. We know that we're then going to explore the reasons why the do nothing is a terrible idea, why we actually need to do something. Then we're going to consider the expected benefit and disbenefits. Once we have those sorted, we're going to consider the time scale as well as the costs. We're going to look at things like major risk as well as investment appraisal, and we're going to summarize everything that we've done. In terms of investment appraisal, we could look at things like rate of return or return on investment. But we could also employ the multi-case model, where we're looking at how this business case or how this project will benefit us strategically in terms of economic interest, as well as looking at the implementation and the control. When it comes to applying the business case practice, there are many things that we consider. One of them is the organizational context. And we have to consider whether the project is part of a program. We also need to consider things like customer-supplier justification, because the supplier can have their own business case with different justification for doing the project. You might want to do it as cheap as possible, and they might want to make as much profit as possible. We will consider things like our delivery method. So we look at benefit tolerance, priorities, timescales, and so on. We also want to consider the sustainability, so the effectiveness of the investment appraisal. And of course, we will consider the size of our project to see whether or not we need a different format or fuller business case. The key management products that support the business case are as follows. The project brief. The project brief is the document that is created in starting up a project process and contains the major products such as our outline business case, project product description, project management team structure, project approach, and so on. We also have our business case itself. We are going to have the outline business case in startup, and later on, this same business case will be refined into our full business case in initiating a project process. Another key document that we need to consider is the benefit management approach. The benefit management approach is particularly important as this is the document that we will use to confirm the benefit post-project. It will tell us what benefits should accrue, when they should accrue, who should be responsible for making sure they're measured, and how we're going to confirm that the benefits are actually happening. Sustainability management approach is also important if we're to meet our environmental targets.